Interesting conversation there. But let's water it down and then get a chill drink here on the show. It's now time to speak to a lady I've not seen in a long time. What's she been up to? Is she now a full-fledged entrepreneur? Has she abandoned her first love? We'll find out. Beverly Afaglo is my guest today here on the show. Beverly, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
How have you been?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, trying to find money. Economy hard.
Ghanaians are suffering.
Oh,
Nurses are suffering.
It's crazy.
Now actors and actresses are equally suffering.
We are suffering as well. So.
But how is the industry faring? Are you still an actress?
Yes, I am acting. When I hear that, I'm like, okay, well, I don't blame you. Back in the day, we used to have most of our movies streaming on national television and all that. Now it's like centered at a particular place because the 90% of the productions churning out right now is from DSTV. And so if it's DSTV, they only put it on Aquaba Magic. And some producers here and there are being funded by Rock as well. So Rock on DSTV as well. So all our movies are on DSTV. And Showmax, yes, Showmax. So at the end of the day, we don't have our current movies on the national channels. The local channels that everybody can see. So it looks as if we are not working, but we are working. But we don't do so much as we used to. Yes, that's just the truth.
But what happened to our movie industry? At some point, it was a talk of town. Nigerians were flying in to shoot movies with us. Once a very vibrant industry. What did we miss? Was there a puzzle that we probably missed? Was there something that we failed to do? Did we fail to meet up with the changing times? Or we simply got complacent?
Maybe we failed to meet up with the changing times, I would say, because most of the producers were not able to move from the CD time to digital to where we are now. So because the producers were seeing their monies almost immediately. When movies are out, you see it in traffic, posters are here and there, TV stations are advertising, you know where to get the movies, you know where to go see it in the cinemas and all that. That was the time that movies were really working. The moment it moved from the CDs to the platforms, it was very difficult for most of these producers to adjust because they don't see their monies immediately. The platforms, it takes a while before they're able to accumulate their monies and see what they did invest. So I think it was very difficult for them to go there. And that made, and we became expensive. I mean, back in the day, a lot of people, or a lot of us wanted the fame so bad. We wanted the fame, we wanted our talent to be seen, exactly. So I don't know if I should put it that they took advantage of us. So we were kind of cheap, if I should put it that way. So because it was cheap, they were making more. Now we are expensive and they are not able to pay a lot of celebrities or a lot of stars, if I should put it that way, in one movie or in a series. So we see a lot of new people coming up, and if they don't have the platforms or they don't have the following to watch what they put out there, it doesn't go anywhere. You understand? So it's not making the production go far, it's not making the producers sell and get their money immediately. So I think that is what is reducing the mark where we got to. But majorly is money, is the funds. There's no funding in the industry anymore. Government has been promising us again and again, ministers, tourism, Okwekumante promised a whole lot.
Who's an industry person?
He promised a whole lot, but I don't know, the moment you get into that seat or into that office, you have a different mindset.
Like I always say, when you're eating, you don't talk.
Exactly. so it looks like everything has changed. What they promised is not what it is. So for the acting in particular, they just push it to the back burner and we are not part of anything. And that's not helping. But individual producers should be able to help us because we help in building tourism. tourism is us, I always say, because, they are putting money into football and everything. Yes, you hear Ghana, but you might not see Ghana. But when it comes to acting, our movies portray everything about the country. Our way of life, how the country looks like, our government, everything is portrayed in there. You see it, it's pictorial. You understand? So this is the part they need to invest in, but they don't look here. But we are pleading and still hoping that businessmen and women will be able to support the industry.
But if you're asking businessmen and women to come put money, what is the attraction?
It would take a lot for anybody to be able to or attracted to the industry at the moment, because they see us as we are not doing anything, it's dying, whatever. But if you really want to help, we will tell you how, and you just need to be patient with us, and we'll do it, because we know how to make it work. We just don't have the funds. So if you have the patience with us, you'll be able to see your money at the end of the day, and your name will be out there, and we will appreciate what you've done for the industry, because it takes one person to push us, and everyone will follow.
After so many years in the industry, for you, has it been worth it?
Yes.
It has?
Yes, it has been. So much. I mean, we struggled to get where we are today. Back in the day when, I mean, it took a lot of work to be seen, to be heard, to be known, unlike now, yes. Now, fast forward, we've been able to carve a niche for ourselves. We have a name. If we call, let's say, 10 to 20 Ghanaian actors, our names are in there. And why not? We've made that name. And that opens doors to us. Sometimes I'm being called to go and speak at events, sometimes to students and stuff. And when it's about career, I tell them, you might want to be a doctor, you might want to be a lawyer, you might want to be all the... But at the end of the day, you might see my career as small or not too serious. But I am so privileged to be in this industry, because I can see a president. You, the lawyer, you can't easily see a president. You understand? I get doors opened to me wherever I go. So that is an advantage. And I use that to my advantage by tapping into it, by working on the side. That's why I have businesses working for me, because people will patronize me because of my name. People will patronize me because they love what I do on TV. So that's an advantage as well. So I'm happy.
If you're not an actress, what would you have done?
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to be.
But it's never too late.
I know, right? I'm growing old, and I forget a lot. I don't even know.
Age is setting in gradually.
I forget so much that I'm unable to remember anything. So when I think about going back to school, I'm like, can I do it? But I think until you start, you never know. So maybe, just maybe, who knows?
Like a politician will say it is possible.
It is possible.
But
it is
possible. If you look at what we have, in the industry we have in front of us, would you allow your daughter go into it?
What we have now, it may be part-time. Yes, I would allow, but it may be part-time, because when it's full-time, you go hungry. Where we are now. But I mean, where my daughter is, my daughters are young, so who knows what's going to happen in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years. And since we are still pushing this, we are hoping that it will get better. We are just hoping that it will get better.
Now, let's look at the industry again. What are some of the challenges that you thought, I mean, could have been easily surmounted to reshape it?
What could have reshaped this, right? It's still funding, really. It's still funding, because we, the actors, we haven't given up. Sometimes we get busy with other stuff that might be paying our bills and everything, but at the end of the day, we miss the screen. Yes, I do miss the screen when I go out and I'm going to deliver. When I get pregnant in a space of 9 months to a year, when I'm I'm mothering, I do miss the screen so much. So sometimes it's not just the money, but we do miss the screen. So anything to shape the industry is just funding for me, because we are ready. We are ever ready to work. We are ever ready to make it work.
Some of your colleagues have taken up theater. Is that something you'd consider?
Yes, I'm on stage already.
Oh, is
yes,
it?
I've done a couple.
Okay.
I've done a couple, and it's always great. And the thing is, we have a lot of people watching or coming to the theater to watch people live on stage. It is a growing industry, if I should say, because if you go to the theaters, if you see the numbers that are coming in just to watch people on stage, you get amazed that we do movies in cinemas and people don't come and watch. What are we doing wrong? But it's growing, and it starts from somewhere. It's still acting. So as people love that, we'll be able to move their attention to the cinemas as well. So it's an industry we love, and it's just as we always say, we actors, stage actors, we always say, it's not just any actor that can act on stage. Yes, because it's difficult. It's very, very difficult.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
How so?
I mean, first and foremost, you're acting in front of hundreds of people, and it's life, and you can't afford to make mistakes, because your mistake will make the next person confused. So you need to learn your lines, unlike script or screen. Yes, unlike screen. With screen, you can make mistakes and they'll just do cut and you go to the next one. Yes, but with stage, you can't afford to make a mistake. So everybody you see on stage is a pro.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. I'm one of the people who don't like recorded programs or recorded events. I always want to do it live.
Oh.
I think that I function better when it's live than when it's
really?
recorded. Because when it's recorded, then I feel like, I have the
You can be relaxed,
of, you know, okay, I can make mistakes. But when it's live, then I know that
It puts you on the edge.
Yes, I need to bring my A game.
Yeah.
But you haven't produced any movie yet. Why?
No. I don't have the heart to. I don't have the heart to stage, because some of my colleagues can be difficult. Some of them can be very difficult. And sometimes I don't blame them, because we are all looking for money. So when it gets to that point where I have to be on 3 productions at the same time, and maybe your money is not that good, I will not take yours priority, right? So I'll go to other productions, and we are waiting for you on the other side. And that drags production time. So when that happens to me as a producer, I will kill somebody. And I don't think I want to start having problems with my colleagues because I'm producing.
Or problems with the law.
Exactly. so for now, I don't see it as something for me. For producing, no. I want to direct, but not producing.
Okay. But have you tried any directing role so far?
No.
It's something you want to take up?
Yes.
You have something you're doing now. You are now a full-fledged entrepreneur. Traffic Shawarma. How's it doing?
Traffic Shawarma is great. Traffic Shawarma is doing very great.
You have 3 branches?
Grace. Yes.
Where?
3 branches. We have in Tema and Medina.
You're a Tema girl.
Yeah. That's where it started from.
Yeah.
So Tema, Medina, and Latebiokoshi. That's the latest one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's doing so good.
And now you want to try something else with it?
Yes. So for now, which this coming Friday, I'm launching the franchise. So I'm doing a press conference with the media, so that I tell the world that now Traffic Shawarma is open, that everybody can come and buy the franchise, open your branch everywhere, because the dream is I want to become the biggest food chain in Africa and beyond, if God help me. So the way we've been able to push Traffic Shawarma on social media, on the streets and everything, I see the youth wanting it everywhere. Because Traffic Shawarma is food that everybody can have. Some people can have it at other places, but they come as far as Kaswa to buy it in Tema. They order as far as Wager. You know, very, very far places. That was why I decided to spread branches, because I realized that delivery was expensive. Now people are calling Koforidua. People take letters, send it through flights to Kumasi. So I said, no, I can't be everywhere at the same time. So The best bet is to sell the franchise so that you can have my name, you can have my brand. I do the training of the chefs for you. You have my taste, just as Traffic Shawarma is everywhere. But you can have it in Kumasi, you can have it in Koforidua. You can build it anywhere. People are asking for it everywhere, but because of delivery, they are not able to have it. So if they buy the franchise, they'll have Traffic Shawarma everywhere, and it's yours. It's your business. Yeah.
But what do you do? Just shawarma?
We do shawarma and salad, basically.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But it's shawarma.
It's expensive.
So when you think shawarma, it's Traffic Shawarma.
Traffic shop. Is it expensive?
No, it's not. It's from 35.
Okay.
So our chicken shawarma is 35, and it goes up to 45. Yeah.
Oh, and that's relatively okay for an average Ghanaian to be able to do it.
And you get full.
Yes.
Yes, you get full. With our fresh juices, you get full.
Oh, you have fresh juices as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you think about this, how long ago did you start this?
3 years.
3 years. So let me take you back. 7 years ago. Do you think you should have started this earlier?
No, I don't think so. I think this is the right time. Because if I had started it earlier, I wouldn't have time for it like I have for it now. Acting was buzzing. We didn't have time. Always going on sets, and I'm a family woman. I have children. I have a husband. I have to take care of home and all that. So I wouldn't have been able to divide my time because this is time consuming. Trust me. It's not easy to do food business. In as much as you have people that you have trained and all, you can't be sure of what they're selling. So every time you need to follow up to make sure that your business is up to standard, how you started it. I brought my chef from Nigeria when we started. So I brought him. He stayed for 6 months. He trained. And we got our recipe before he left. Okay. So we have to keep to what we started.
Intentionality.
Exactly. We have to be intentional about it. And all branches need to taste the same, look the same, and do everything the same. It has to be uniform. So with that, I have to move around. So if I had started earlier, I don't think I'll be successful because I won't have time.
You mentioned your husband. Where is he in all of this equation?
He's very supportive. I mean, financially, but Traffic Shawarma is me.
We always go for the money from the men.
Right. But Traffic Shawarma is me. And we have a theme song for Traffic Shawarma, the jingle, which he did.
He produced and makes everything.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. But where is he? We're not hearing from him lately as we did back in the day. Or he's concentrating on being a family man and supporting his wife.
Oh, no, he's into other things right now. Okay. I mean, when you're growing up, you need to channel your energy in exactly, and channel your energy into different things that will give you more money. I've already told you, Ghana had. So, so you
have to look for money in every nook and cranny.
Every nook and cranny. So.
But prior, at some point, it was the biggest thing in Ghana. It was topping charts. What's stopping Prior from coming back together fully and giving us back-to-back hits?
Oh, that I can't tell. I can't speak for them, really.
But that's your husband. I'm sure when you once in a while when you go to some people asking, so when you go home and you're in bed, I mean, you speak about all these things.
Really, I can't answer for them. I don't know what they're about. I don't know. Maybe they are just going for a break and they'll be back at the right time. I mean, when it comes to show business, there's no retirement. I always say there's no retirement. Maybe even in acting, we can retire because you get to a point that you can memorize your lines. So when that time comes, you can retire. But in music, you don't retire. You can just go on breaks, sit down a bit, relax a bit, and come back again. That's why musicians never grow. Can't you see they don't grow?
Yes.
We, the women, will be growing beside them, and they are not growing.
But you are equally not growing. What's the secret?
Really? Thank you.
Yeah. I've been watching you since how many years ago? I've met you since I started this industry some 10, 11 years ago. And you still look the same.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yeah.
I try.
And your husband too. What's something that the two of you are doing that others are not getting?
I mean, you've been on TV for a while now. Now you know that you haven't changed either.
Well.
So we try to maintain.
The other thing is I've gained weight. Yeah.
I've gained weight too.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Really?
I have.
It's not evident. Mine is really evident.
Thank you. So it just happened that I think the show business in us makes us be on our toes to look good every time. Because people have a perception every time. Whatever that they saw or they're seeing on TV, it has to reflect when they see you in person. So you can't be seen after a year or two and you're looking anyhow. Because that's the picture they have in their head. So it has to be the same or better. Because when people see me in person, sometimes they're like, oh, you look better in person.
Oh, yes, you just I get that all the time. Oh, God.
You look better in person. I say, okay, well, that's great. It's better than for you to say that, oh, you look bad. Oh, she's not all that. You know, so yeah, we need to.
I'm sure you've seen, I mean, a number of movie actors whose life ended. I mean, they say right? And so you see them at some point very vibrant later on in life. Listen to stories of Mr. Ibu and Amechi Monago recently and others, you know. Does it ever mean that the profession doesn't have any future for people in there?
I wouldn't associate, I mean, growing up or aging and having these problems with the industry per se, because you might even live a very good life, but when it comes to sicknesses, diseases, or things like this, ailments that can take you to your grave, it can happen to anyone. And you can live a good life, you can have a good foundation, your financial situation is good, you have a bedrock, but when ailments take a toll on you for years, how much do you have? You understand? How much do you have to take care of a kidney situation for 5 years, for 10 years? You know how much they spend on kidney every day? You understand? How much do you have? But we are in a situation where we have the platform to be able to tell the world that supports this person because they know the person. If it was just somebody we don't know, the person might end up dying when family is not supporting anymore. But with a celebrity, when it gets to that point where he is down, all the money is gone, that is when they call in people to come and support. So the person might have lived a good life, managed his finances very well, but life happens. So it's not that they didn't live well, they didn't save up the way people see it. It just happens that it's got to the time that you, those who claim you love him or her, should be able to support for him to live. Okay, so Traffic Shawarma franchise launch is happening this on today? Friday. Yes, where? Yes. On Friday at Peace Square Plaza at East Legon. Okay. It's just me and the press, so it's not like I'm inviting anybody. So me, the press, and item 13 Traffic Shawarma. I will be there for item 13. Then we'll just launch it for the world to hear. So if you're watching me and you're interested in franchising or partnering with Traffic Shawarma for the future to be bright, it's www.trafficshawarma.com or beverly@trafficshawarma.com. Beverly Afaglo, thank you very much for coming. Thank you for having me. It's been great having you. So that's it with Beverly Afaglo.